Okay, hello there and welcome to another episode of News from the Garden. Okay, so hello there. Very short video today. I just want to talk about the paintings I've been working on this week. I did a live stream last night and I was a little bit drunk, but I ran into a problem there. It's okay for you to use music in the background, but as soon as you show the actual video, they block the thing entirely. So if anyone ever tries to watch the last live stream, I don't know what happens. I think it just cuts out the video altogether, that section. But it was only towards the end, so no problems there. Okay, so this week I've had off from work. It's half term, the school's closed, so I've been doing stuff here. So over the weekend we went over to Vanessa's brother's, Adam, and had a splendid time there for the weekend. Then on Monday I had a very bad day in the studio. I did 2 paintings. Both of them were crap. Second one sent me into a pit of despair, and after about an hour or 2 working on this thing, I ended up painting. I had paint on my hands and I was just going like this all over the painting, hoping for it to miraculously repair the damage. Of course it didn't. It was just a muddy mess, as Bob Ross would say. So I destroyed that canvas and had a hellish evening of I don't know, just because I usual wrist pain and I had nothing to show for it. So yeah, bad day. Next day though, woke up and I felt a lot better. I took the canvas that I thought was okay and scraped it off straight away, clean, and did a new one on top, just an abstract one. That's the first one I'm going to show you now. Here we are. There we go. Abstract as you like. I'm really into using blues at the moment. I don't know which way up it goes actually. I think it's that way. It doesn't really matter. As you can see, there's a fair bit of texture on there. Quite thick paint used, applied in various ways. But I quite like that one. And then later on in the day, I started with some of the residual paint to work on a very a larger one, which I'm going to get now. This one's still wet, but for some reason the sides have dried very quickly. I mean, the studio is getting very warm now in this increased heat. Okay, so here we are. Just made this up on the spot. Something I like doing is a kind of a doodle, painting doodle, if you will, automatic painting almost. This took me a long time and it went through various stages. I started off by just painting it very thickly with a palette knife, just using a kind of green paint over a red background. This is a repurposed canvas that I've gone over about 3 times now. But the canvas started as this red, it's just showing through here where I've scratched through to the base layer. And then I wasn't happy with it. I just kept working it, and I started blending and making it a bit smoother. But anyway, I'm fairly happy with it. It's kind of rough and ready, but a kind of sheen to it. I've used with the blending. I like blending. So we've got highlights there, denotes a certain structure. As I was talking to Rich yesterday on the live stream, I used to love the work of H.R. Geiger, and it's still in my head whenever I do like automatic painting. So there's a Geiger-esque feel to this, kind of part machine, part biological thingamajog. So yeah, the canvas is more or less completely covered, other than this bit here where I've scratched through to the red. Perhaps it's an eye, or I don't know, whatever the hell it is. And there we are, that's that one. That will be for sale at some point. I'm going to stick it on eBay. And then, so the next day, I still had some of this blue left over, and I started painting another one. So this is one that I kind of started months ago, and you can maybe just see an outline of a figure there. I drew that ages ago, and I wasn't quite sure. So it was just a black canvas, and I'd carved in, using the palette knife, various abstract shapes. And then I thought to myself on Wednesday, let's just paint the abstract shapes. So I had quite a lot of fun working with various light sources, just making up as I went along. So again, a bit Geigery, I suppose you could say, the blending of the human form with organic machine-like surrounds. Again, the poor girl seems to be in trouble, but perhaps she's happy there. Who knows? I don't know until I've painted her what she's going to be feeling. But there we are. That took me quite a long time. I'd hazard a guess at around 7 hours maybe to paint all that, because it's quite tricky. I don't know, go a bit closer. I've turned off the autofocus, it's hard to see, but yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare painting this kind of way, using a couple of brushes, a thin liner, a filbert, a blending mop, and a straight edge. Oh, who cares? A few different brushes. But there we are. That's the 3 I've worked on this week. I've got loads of others in the pipeline, but I just haven't got round to doing them. I'll just show you one of the backgrounds. This is just a very simple, it's just a red sky that I painted a few weeks ago. It's not very, can't really see it very well. Now this paint that I applied on here, as you can see, is very, very shiny. So I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to have to perhaps varnish that one, either to knock it back to a matte or to just varnish the whole thing so it's all shiny. I don't know. I never varnish, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, there we are. Let's not ramble. I don't want this to go on very long. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen yet, but I may be doing a live stream tomorrow with another chap from another channel, but I'm waiting to see if he can do it or not. But if it does happen, it will be tomorrow evening at some point, between 8 and 9 o'clock, I would imagine, and we'll be discussing paranormal things and UFOs and various things like that. But I can't commit to it yet because I don't know whether he's able to do it. So, but anyway, if it's not tomorrow, it will be another Saturday in the future. So come along if you wish. Bring an ale or your drink of choice. A cup of tea will do if you don't fancy the hard stuff. And yeah, bring your stories of ghosts and UFO abductions if you have them. Okay, right, I'll end it there. Thanks very much for watching, and may see you tomorrow. Cheerio.